Hello. I don't know how I've managed to get us back live, but we are live and we're going to play it by ear for the moment because we've somehow managed to do it, and I don't really know how. Hello. So, I don't know how. We'll crack on. It's a new way of doing it, and I'm sort of playing with you and me, and but I will get back. So just give me a couple of minutes. We've got the team news up anyway. We were talking about that. It is going along the bottom. I'm surprised that Phil Jones has come in. I hope it works. I really do. I don't know why it's a Stoke thumbnail. It's, like I say, it's an old way of doing it, but there is a way I can sort all this out, so just bear with me. It's the beard mark, says Man United Fanatic. Well, I'm sure we can sort that out. I've got a load of annoying... I think I must have done this for Stoke v United once, and it's a way of streaming through the actual encoder, which is not the way I normally do it. You don't need to know all this. You don't need to know all this, but I'm just talking to you because I just wanted to try and get back live, which we have, and I'm very, very happy about that. But I just want to also make sure that everything we want to do, we do. And so, yeah, formation-wise, we've got Mata and Mkhitaryan in there. I'm still confident that we can win. Rashford and Lukaku in there. No Martial, disappointed by that. No Lindelof, which to be honest with you, does surprise me. But at the end of the day, this is Jose Mourinho's team. He picks it, and yeah, very, very, very much looking forward to it. He will be the man who I don't know what. Change the thumbnail. Change the thumbnail. We don't want that. Change the thumbnail. I don't know why we've got this Stoke City thing, but the stream's working well. The lead got a good stream health. We have. No Martial says Crazy Cat Games. Okay, everything seems to be working quite well, he says, at the moment. So I'm going to stay there. We're going to do that. I'm going to get off there. And hopefully, if I go back to the channel, videos. Thank you for everybody who's just bearing with me at the moment. We will be properly running up in about a minute, but I just wanted to make sure I could get us up back live, which we have managed to do. Thank you for everybody who's just bearing with me at the moment. We will be properly running up in about a minute, but I just wanted to make sure I could get us up back live, which is great, which we have managed to do. Thank you for everybody. George Carl says, please take us off slow mode. Why is what's slow mode? Make sure I can running. Oh, you've got me worried about something else now. I'm on the live dashboard now. George Carl says, please take us off slow mode. Why is what's slow mode? Make sure I can running. Oh, you've got me worried about something else now. I'm on the live dashboard now. George Carl says, please take us off slow mode. Why is what's slow mode? Make sure I can running. Oh, you've got me worried about something else now. I'm on the live dashboard now. George Carl says, please take us off slow mode. Is it still looping? Let me know. I'm multiply trying to do something else now. Is audio okay now? Is audio okay in my head? Double voice, says Mad Marcus. Oh, this is just not what we wanted today. Right, I've turned slow mode off for a start. That's fine. That's done. Live chat's enabled. This is good. Okay. Right, that's fine. We've got a lot of people watching, which is great. We're fixed on there as well, which is good. Okay, everything's up and running, folks. We are live. We are live on the United Stand. Thank God for that. We can now start talking about the game, which is great. Let me get that tweeted out, please. In fact, you could save me a lot of time by just sharing the link below. I don't know why it is inherently linked to the Stoke versus Manchester United thumbnail, but you know, needs must. We are actually live, so let's do it. Right. Boom shakalak. What do you think about Herrera, says AM515? Well, I've been trying to get us back live for the last couple of minutes. So, in effect, let me know what is the story with Herrera? Is he back fit? Is he injured? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. I need to get my live chat back. Herrera. People are talking to... Talk to me about Herrera. Done. Okay. I think Blind will come inside to make a back three and Matic will sit back, allowing Pogba to make runs from the deep. Similarly, Mata will tuck in and Valencia will run up, says Zuban Bhattacharya. Yeah, we can do that. We could do an adapt. We're very right-sided, aren't we? I'd rather sack Jose than lose Martial, says Cash Fiore. Lindelof getting the Jose hard love, says Harper Hull. As I said before, we lost the stream, and I don't know whether people picked it up or not. But as I said before the stream, really, really surprised that Lindelof has played every single game in pre-season. Smalling's played a lot of games in pre-season and I think played well. Our first game of the season, Phil Jones comes in, who we've hardly seen play at all, and Lindelof's not even on the bench. I'm stunned that you would spend £30 million on a player and then not pick him. But this is Jose. He is shocking at times. Not in a bad sense. Shocking makes me sound like I don't like him. I do like him. But he is a shocking manager in relation to how he does things. And I've hit something now. I hope we're live. I really hope we are still live. This is not the normal way I do it. But yeah, I am shocked by that. You know, you pick a player and then you don't use him. So yeah, there we go. We are up and running and we've got lots of people watching now, which is great. This is good. I like it. It's working. Martial is leaving, says Fernando Gil. We are still live. Good. We've you know what, I'm going to applaud everybody. We've worked back from this. We've worked back live from a disaster to get ourselves back up and running, and everything is up and running as I would want it to be now. So I'm very, very happy. Very welcome to have. Very glad to have you all with us. For those who are with us still, thank you very much. We've not got double voice anymore, Marcus. And I'm just got to tell Draughty something because he was concerned. Let's see. Done. There. Great. Okay. Jose's playing mind. Rape procedures begins. Says Perkales. Who do you think will score, says Ewan Gordon? Well, I'm going to come to that in a minute. Martial entourage wanted in to move, as reported by DiMarzio weeks ago. Hope Mourinho makes him learn respect, says Davey Quickshot. That's ridiculous. Absolute ridiculous. Where do you get that from, Davey? That is absolute nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Martial doesn't want to move away from United. He just wants to play for Manchester United in the first team, which is where many of us think he should be. Harry Crabtree says getting rid of Martial would be a joke. Bay and Smalling are good enough for us, says Rapid Danny. Look, if I can give you my honest opinion on that team going along below, De Gea, yes. Valencia, yes. Bay, yes. Jones, no. Blind I can live with. Matic, yes. Pogba, yes. Mata, yes, if Herrera's injured. Rashford, yes. Lukaku, yes. Mkhitaryan, yes. I didn't expect Martial to play. I would personally put Martial in, but I can't moan that he's not in the team. Phil Jones is the only one that I'm really concerned about. I don't understand that. I don't see where it sort of comes from. Jared Pesserman says, I know it's off topic, but can't believe what PSG are doing this window. Neymar and now looking like Mbappe going also has to be one of best summers ever. I think it's one of the worst, Jared, to be honest. I'm quite sickened by what they've done. But each to their own. And what else have we got people saying? Jones equals no clean sheet. Well, I'm going to come to that in a minute because now that we've recovered the stream, which is obviously something that's very, very pleasing to me, having lost it. But now that we have recovered the stream, what I want to do is, as you can see, we covered it in the preview show the other day. If you like a little tipple, if you like a little bet on the football, which many of us do, there's a link in the video description to 10bet who have signed up with the United Stand for the month of August, and they are going to give away 5, count them, 5, I nearly went to 10, 5 Manchester United shirts at the end of the month. You can pick red, black or boring grey, it's up to you, but you can do it, and we will be giving you some tips along the way. That's not what we want to do. Don't worry. Okay, so if you click the link in the video description, it will take you to the 10bet site, which you can sign up with that offer there if you want to. It's a good offer, but that's not really what we're on about. What we are talking about is the Premier League. We go to the Premier League. We go to Manchester United versus West Ham, please, and we'll change it to decimal because I hate doing it in fractions. So you can get Manchester United to win this game at a very low 1.27. That's not our tip of the day. Our tip of the day is let's get down to the goal scorers. Romelu Lukaku to score at any time in this game is 1.71. That means if you put £10 on that, you will get £17.10 back. I think there's very, very good value in that. But I'm not advising you to do this, but what I am saying is that bet there is, I've done it. I wasn't going to do it on Friday, but I've done it because Phil Jones now, 4.20 for Hernandez to score at any time. I just think there's a good chance. And if you put a tenner on that, you get 42 quid back. And that is massive odds. I mean, you can get better. I mean, that's ridiculous. Hernandez to score at any time, 4.20. You can get Fellaini. Fellaini's a lower odds. It's ridiculous. Pogba's lower odds. Lingard's lower odds. 4.20 for Hernandez to score at any time. Tenner on that, you get 42 quid back. But the United bet is Lukaku to score at any time, or Rashford. It's quite double your money on Rashford. But they're the two I would go with from a United point of view. But that is very good value with Phil Jones playing now. I still think we'll beat West Ham, but I'm not confident we'll get a clean sheet. So that is our tips of the day through 10bet. Link in the video description, as I said. And let me whack that off and come back to you. Basically, to win yourself a Manchester United shirt, all you've got to do is sign up with 10bet. I think it's, well, you could do a £5 a week or whatever like that. All you got to do is bet 15 quid between now and the end of the month, and then you'll go in the draw for one of those 5 shirts. We did this last season. I think we had about 40 sign-ups in 1 month. So 1 in 40 chance, and well, there's 5 shirts, so you've got much better chance of winning one. It doesn't matter, you don't have to lose those bets, can be winning bets. So as long as you go over £15 in the next 3 weeks, you will go in the draw to win the Manchester United shirt. You must sign up through the link in the video description. Remember, you've got to be over 18, and remember to gamble responsibly. We know some of you do quite like it. I obviously do. I'll have a little bit there and there. I think that Hernandez one is real value. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I do think it's real value. Just 4.20, like I said. I presume he's starting. I mean, I say that. I'd like Chicharito to score today, says African Boy 345. Let's have a look. What else? Joey Barton just put 50,000 on Hernandez bet when he saw Jones as our centre-back, says quiz on my face. Yeah. What score then, Mark, says Andrew Hall? Well, I'm going for 3-1. So if Hernandez gets that one and Lukaku gets another one, I'm quids in, aren't I? Good attacking team with creativity, says Rudrapraptaparanana. Sorry. And I don't think it's a Terry one. Damien Gayson says, everyone snake Mark for betting on Chicharito. Look, a good gambler, well, if there is ever such a thing, will see a value bet, and I think that's the value bet of the weekend. He's coming to the club that he used to play at, who sold him. He's a good goal scorer. I just think if he gets, and he's playing against Phil Jones, if he gets a sniff, I think he'll score. And I think, you know what, I don't really want him to score, but at least I'm not going to celebrate of the fact that I've won 40 quid off a tenner, but I just think it's a common sense bet. There we go. CCC Lethal says he wants a clean sheet. Well, I want a clean... I'll celebrate a clean sheet more than I will losing a tenner for Hernandez, because I've got De Gea and Bailly in my Telegraph fantasy football team, and I need to make up some points today on that, to be honest. Somebody just called me a beautiful human being. Thanks for that, Cal Davies. I appreciate it. Right. Would you swap De Gea with Noor if it came to it, says Joshua Badis? No, I would not. Tito Tong, don't say that too quick, says Manchester United 1, West Ham 2. You know what? This team's good enough to win this game. I think it's actually quite shrewd in relation to what old Jose has done, if I'm totally honest with you. I think it's a shrewd move. playing Phil Jones in a game like this. There must be what I must say is though there must be some reasoning behind Phil Jones playing today. If anybody can tell me that, I would love to know it. But there must be some reasoning as to why Phil Jones is playing today. Has our man picked up an injury, Lindelof? Because I am surprised. I'm very surprised by it. But we've got to win this game today. We said that we've got to win the game today, and we want to win the game today. And if we win it with Phil Jones, we win it Phil Jones. Right. I'm just coming back to something else. Okay. Just had a few messages to say that Zara Connolly's been on MUTV today on Twitter. Well, that's a good proud day for United. It did for United. It's a good day for United. It's a good day for the United stand, considering we plucked her from nowhere, from university, put her on the United stand, and now she's on United, which is great. So another success story for the United stand there. Zara started off on the United stand from nowhere, really, and is now on MUTV, which is fantastic. So well done to that. I'll have a look at that later. Do you think Martial will be subbed on, Mark, says MU Blaze? To be honest with you, and I have to be honest, I certainly think he will probably, I think we'll probably see Fellaini coming on before we see Martial coming on. Whether that's realistic or fair, I don't know. I'm just tweeting out because nobody seems to be able to tell me. What's the story with Lindelof and Herrera then? Dropped or injured? We don't know. I don't know at the moment, you know. I don't know. And Lindelof is injured, just got the news, says side swipe. Yeah, well, if that's the case, I'm happy with that. And also, I'm not happy that he's injured, but also I would say this as well. Smalling and Bay together, I think Smalling is Bay's replacement. I don't know whether playing them together actually is a good idea. Danny Green says he's been dropped, but Sideswipe says he's got a back problem. Lindelof getting the Mkhitaryan treatment, says Kato Ellis. I cannot believe for 1 minute Mourinho's going to do that again. Sign a player, then treat them like rubbish. It would be odd. I need Lukaku to score for my fantasy. I picked 3 Chelsea players, says AJ Nell. Rest in peace to your fantasy football league then. Bad start, it's hard to recover, mate. You might want to use your wild card. 24 minutes till kick-off. Come on, says Adam Vlogs. I suppose the fact that the first stream broke has helped with that. Drops like a huge sack of potatoes, says Rowlett. I'm thinking Martial will 100% get subbed on. Give us a guess what minute you think it'll be, says Andrew McNally. I'm going to guess 87th minute. I think Fellaini will come on. Let's have a little bet between ourselves then. I think Fellaini will be coming on before Martial, and we can all see who's that. Who's on the bench, says Jake and Jay. Well, the team news is going along the bottom for you there. In fact, I should probably... I can probably... This should be a lot better than this. It was because I was rushing. The bench is Romero and... Darmian, who I'm quite surprised actually is not starting, but I prefer Daley Blind. I think Daley Blind is a better attacker. That's slightly better for you. So the subs are Romero and Lingard is a sub. Romero, Darmian, Lingard, Herrera, Fellaini, Martial, and Smalling. There you go. Make Old Trafford a fortress, says Ryan Liel. Like, share and subscribe, please, says Mad Marcus. He will be joining me shortly. Please do like the video, actually. If you're new to the United Stand, watch-alongs every game of the season. We were doing them at 3 o'clock in the morning for the US tour, which I know a lot of you worldwide will be watching at 3 o'clock in the morning. We experienced that in the summer, so we know exactly what that's all about, and you're all very, very welcome. United Stand, like Manchester United, is a global fan channel. And whilst I've got a few of you watching, Sunday Night Live, 8 o'clock tonight, you're going to get very excited about this. Sunday Night Live is our flagship show. You could say that. It's our flagship show. And we started off the United Stand about 2.5 years ago, and we used to just do one show a week, a bit like a podcast, but it was on YouTube. It was one show a week every Sunday night for an hour, where we'd get some guests on and we talk. And it stayed constant as part of the channel. We are live every night at 8 o'clock now. We've had transfer show every morning at 7 a.m. We react to any transfer news. We have the Sunday morning transfer show, which we have this morning at 10:30. We have Saturday morning. We've got Saturday Night Live, where we just review what's happened in the day. There's loads of content, so click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the bell and join what is a fantastic community. But my long point here, very succinctly, is we are playing a football match at 4 o'clock tonight. We do Skype Goldbridge on a Monday and a Thursday at 8 o'clock, where you can call in and have your say. For the new season, Manchester United play on a game, and on that night we will go live at 8 o'clock and we will open up the phones. You can Skype in tonight at 8 o'clock on Sunday Night Live. You are my guests and you can have your say on the game. And hopefully we're going to be celebrating a win. But for tonight at 8 o'clock, I haven't got any guests for the first time ever. You are my guests. We will open up Skype and you can have your say. I hope to God it's not... I'm sure there will be some interesting shows if we drop points in games, and people will phone in and be very, very angry, but we don't want that tonight. But it's going to be interesting how people perceive it. So tonight at 8 o'clock, it's your show, folks. Skype Goldbridge. Really looking forward to that. Taxi for Mourinho, someone said. Any news on Aurier, says Brian Crowley. Not at the moment. Marcus is coming on, Sander. Sorry I didn't get to reply to you. Sander was going to drop in, but also his stream would have been behind ours, which would have been a problem, I think. And not an unsurmountable one. We don't know our Champions League group yet, Peanut King, because it's not been picked. The match is at 4 o'clock. Billy Byrne loves the channel. Thanks, pal. Hopefully we're going to pick up a lot of new people over the season, but for the army that we have, you're fantastic, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, this voice of this channel, which is why I'm really looking forward to tonight. I want you lot calling in and giving you your thoughts on the game, so it's going to be really good. Lukaku loves to score against the lower teams. Yes. Before I get Marcus back on, that is my bet for today. I always click the wrong one. The link in the video description is there to sign up for 10 bets. If I go back to the opening page for you. So sign yourselves up, get into 10 bet, go to the Premier League, because that's where we are. Manchester United versus West Ham is obviously the game we're giving our tip on, and go all the way down to the bottom. Goal scorers. Lukaku anytime 1.71. You could be risky and go first goal scorer. I think there's value in that. First goal scorer, Lukaku. A tenner would win you £33.50. If you want a bit of a safer bet, Lukaku to score any time, 1.71. A tenner would win you £17.10 back. And Rashford, double your money, tenner wins you 20 quid. Or some people think this is controversial. I think there's a lot of value in putting a tenner on Hernandez to score and getting 42 quid back at any time. United should win this, but can we keep a clean sheet with Phil Jones? Hernandez going back to his old club. I think there's a lot of value in those. So there are two tips for today. Lukaku to score at any time, or Rashford, or you could go first team goal scorer. First time goal scorer, Lukaku, you get 30 quid, 33 quid from a tenner. But if you're going to have a little bet, remember, as I keep saying, make sure you're over 18, gamble responsibly, know your limits, and just do it for a little fun with the United Stand. Like, I won't bet anything else this week, I'll just do it on United. So, and if you are going to do it, make sure you click the link in the video description and sign up with 10bet to do it, because they're the odds we're quoting for the month of August, and they are giving us a great prize. Not one Manchester United shirt like some people in the past have, they're giving us 5 Manchester United shirts to give away. You can pick home, black or grey, up to you. Don't pick the grey one. That will be announced at the end of this month. You've got 3 weeks. All you've got to do to get in that draw is sign up in the link in the video description and place 3 bets or 1 bet to the value of £15 over the next 3 weeks, and you will go into the draw to win that. With 5 shirts, how many people are going to sign up? You're going to have a very good odds on winning. So get involved, have a go on that, and there we go. Andrew Adams says Phil Jones is a top-class clown. Do you think we've put out a strong team, says Rusty Plays. I do. I think it's a strong team. I do think it's a strong team. You've got Mkhitaryan in there. You've got Mata in there. You've got Rashford in there. You've got Lukaku in there. You've got Pogba playing. You've got no Fellaini. Would I have done things differently? Of course. Of course I would. I probably would have gone 3-5-2 because it gives us a lot more width. But we don't know what this formation is yet, and I think it's an attacking formation, and that's what we want. You can't moan that Mourinho parks the bus and is negative, and then moan when he has Mata, Mkhitaryan in the same team. Matic is the only defensive-minded midfielder. I'm disappointed that Martial's not starting. Of course I am, but I'm not surprised. I'm disappointed that Pereira's not on the bench, because I look at that bench and I think it's one thing that's not really being discussed. It is not a strong bench. I'm disappointed no Pereira there. I think apart from Anthony Martial, I don't really see many options on that bench. His favourite option's there, and we know who that is. But Pereira's not ready yet, says CC Lethal. Well, we're you know, some people will think yes, I think no. Matty MAVFC, he's a Villa fan. He says, why is he playing 4-3-3 and not using our new centre-back Lindelof, who is supposed to replace the crap like right Phil Jones? Loving the live stream, says Reagan Dent. Remember to share it. There's a button just below, share it, and you can automatically share it on Twitter. A lot of you will be on Twitter or Facebook. Please do share it and grow the United Stand, because we're nothing without you. Gobby Oogie says, serial complainants. This time last year it was always, why is Mata not starting? Yeah, I'm certainly not complaining, mate. I'm not complaining. I'm a little bit surprised, but I'm not. The Phil Jones one surprises me a lot, but some people really like Phil Jones. Jared Pesserman's made a contribution. Very excited. Rashford and Lukaku up top together. If they are up top, mate, I think Rashford might be playing on the wide. But another positive for me is that, look, can I be totally blunt about this? I'm just very, very excited that Fellaini and Lingard aren't starting. I think that's got to be the biggest positive, and that's not digging out Fellaini and Lingard. They're just not. They are bench players, and they are on the bench where they should be. So that is a real positive. Thanks for the contribution, Jared. If you want to super chat and contribute to the United Stand, this is what a lot of people do on Twitch. If you look at the bottom, there's a $sign there. Click the $sign, make a contribution to the United Stand if you want to. But if you do, please make sure you leave a question for us. We will always read out your comment if it's through a super chat, because obviously it's a contribution, and that's, you know, of course we're going to do that. There's lots of comments on the live comments. Interact with people. We will try and read them out, but obviously there's way too many, but we will try and interact. But if you do a super chat, we'll definitely do it. Clements Davies says, Mark, I've put a bet on 3-1 for United. That was my score prediction, by the way. Spalacus66 says, if you got paid £50, would you say you loved Man City? How cheap do you think I am? I would rather do a lot of things than say I love Man City, and I'd certainly get paid more than 50 quid for it. I mean, I wouldn't. There's, you know. And Nitin Mendonka has made a contribution. He says, Manchester United season 17-18 promo by @Aditya Reds. Give them a follow anyway. That is a really good Twitter account to follow, @Aditya Reds. It's and then ADITYA_Reds. It's a really good Twitter account to follow anyway, but thanks for the contribution. Mark, how many subscribers for this to become your full-time job, says Dana Duffy. Well, we don't want to start talking about that now, because we're only 10 minutes away from the game. But no, I've already spoken about that before. I wouldn't this would not ever be my full-time job, because I think fan opinion is about football's our hobby, isn't it? We all love football, and because it's not our job, we are able to be very, very honest about it. And I think if it's your first If it's your job, you've got to be very careful, haven't you? Because you don't want to upset people. I don't care. I just want to be honest about how I feel. I don't want to upset people, but I do want to be honest about how I feel about Manchester United. Better be a good watch along. It's 3 a.m. in New Zealand, says John Norris. You know what, John? I'm very excited about this game. If you've been with the United stand all summer, we obviously started with the pre-season game in America, and we've been building towards today for the last 7-8 weeks. Very, very excited by it, but the music starts today, this afternoon, this evening. It is massive for Manchester United, and we must win it. There is no manoeuvrability with this. We must win this game. It is symbolic of everything we did wrong last year, not beating the lower or mid-table teams at Manchester United. We didn't beat them, and to have this as our first game of the season is really, really important, and we can't draw it because it will cause us so many problems. Lewis McLean says, Martial or Rashford, who would you pick in your team? Obviously I would pick Martial. Does Matic's arrival hurt Herrera? Looks like Pogba is still playing CM with Matic and he's still not released to go forward. More thoughts, says Toby Olorenzola. Look, Toby, that's a really good point. What I would say is it's a Skype show tonight. For those who haven't realised, 8 o'clock tonight. It's your opportunity to come on and have your say on what you've seen tonight, this afternoon. I think that's a good point. I mentioned it about half an hour ago. Why is Pereira why is Herrera not playing, and why is Pogba playing in the midfield again? Roma Dude says, Mark, all I have to say about Mourinho is that his stubbornness got him sacked from Chelsea. Well, at Chelsea, you're right, Roma Dude. He got the sack because he kept picking the same team, even though it wasn't performing. People like Ivanovic and Matic, who were having a poor season, he kept going and doing the same thing. Please do drop a like on the video. It's sort of a superstition. We like to get 1,000 likes before kickoff because it makes us feel that we're going to win, because in the past we have won. But please do like the video because you enjoy the content. I wouldn't take Di Maria Manny for any money. Don't really want him back. I'm thinking between a draw and a Manchester United win, says Christian Sayer. Well, a lot of people would say the safe bet is a draw, but fortune favours the brave, and we need to win this football game, that's for sure. I'm just going to update you on I put a post out on Twitter asking if anybody knew what the story was with Lindelof and Herrera. Lindelof's not ready, but I've not heard anything about it during it. Poor pre-season, says Wickers. Dropped. Herrera didn't play well. Both injured at the Super Cup, guys. No drama there. Nothing to see here. BBC confirmed Lindelof's not injured, and for Herrera it was expected. Dropped. Injured. A lot of people saying Lindelof's not ready. How's he supposed to get ready if you don't play him in a home game against the mid-table side? That would be my point. This is the sort of game where he should be playing. But you know, what do I know? You know, but home game, good opportunity. Play him. Play him is what I say. But there we go. We're 9 minutes from kickoff, getting very excited now. Hope you all are as well. Hopefully Mad Marcus is going to join me. He's ready.
Go.
Marcus, can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear. Am I right?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't really hear you. You're quite quiet. I don't know why that is.
Hang on. I'll change my settings.
It might be mine, but...
Let's have a look. How's that? Any better?
Everyone else can hear you, but it's just... Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
This has been playing up for a while now.
I can hear you fine, mate. All right.
I can just about hear you. I can get by with that. So That's all right.
Okay.
They can hear you fine. That's all that matters. But,
Oh yeah, I mean, we don't need to hear each other, do we? Look,
I've got it on full blast. I can hear you now. That's all right. It's probably my hearing going, to be honest.
how are we
Somebody
doing
just said
then?
I'm useless with Skype. Yeah, I am. I am. Probably am. It's only about my 500th show of doing this, but yeah, they've all been useless. What's your thoughts on the team then? You're not a fan of Smalling, so you're probably happy with that. But New Boy doesn't start. Phil Jones does. I suppose that's the biggest one that everyone's sort of... as I said, no Lingard, no Fellaini. We've got to be pretty happy about that because that's the one that everyone moans about. And then he doesn't play them, and then he plays Phil Jones, which was always going to be controversial.
It is, but when there are conflicting reports with Lindelof saying he's injured or he's just not ready. I've heard that he's injured. It's a slight muscle problem.
Yeah.
In back, I think it was. So, I mean, if he's injured, I mean, fair dues, at least we know he's not doing the same as what Jose did with Mkhitaryan. Phil Jones, not too happy about it. There's always a weak link in the team somewhere, and Phil Jones is that weak link today because I think the team looks very strong on paper. It's an attacking team. It's a very quick team. If it's Rashford and Mkhitaryan playing as the 4-3-3. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the team, but Phil Jones is the susceptible one to me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
And I do agree with you that Fellaini will come on before Martial.
What's your score prediction, Marcus?
I'm going with a 2-0 win. I'm not like you, mate. I don't bet against my team. So I can't believe you've done that. You put a bet on Chicharito to score. I was brought up with never bet against United. So, yeah, I don't agree with that one. So 2-0 for me. No problem.
I've bet 3-1 to United. I haven't bet against us to win.
Well, no, I didn't say you bet against. You put a bet on Chicharito to score, though, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's. Right. I think that will be like a consolation goal. I just think there's good value in that, to be honest.
Don't matter, mate. Don't matter. You bet against us. Bad.
I'm not going to fall into your little trap, to be honest. But
and I can't believe even Sander in the comments, right? Even Sander says that Joe Hart's going to get man of the match. What's the matter with you two today?
Joe Hart probably will. Yeah, but in fairness to Sander, that is quite a fair prediction to make because it's most goalkeepers have man of the match performance at Old Trafford, don't they? Anyway, I'm getting snake signs now. Thanks, Marcus. But one thing we always do, and we're only 4 minutes from kickoff. I normally like to do this a little bit earlier, but we've been very interactive for the last hour. We'll be very interactive during the game. Make sure you've subscribed to the United Stand. Fantastic channel, great community, made by all you lot. And tonight at 8 o'clock, it is your show. You can Skype in and have your say on the game. So keep an eye on it and give us your thoughts on it. But my favourite nosy part of the show is where are you watching from? Sheriff knew what was coming. He's told me he's in Thailand. Jason knew as well, he's in the USA. But let us know where you are. The time is wrong at the moment. It says 54 minutes and 01 seconds. Don't worry, as soon as the game starts, that will go. But let us know where you're watching from. Richard Stainer's in New Jersey. We've got Sweden, Ennis in Ireland, London, India, New York, Ireland, North Korea. I doubt it. You wouldn't be allowed to watch. Cyprus, Grantham. I did my work experience at Grantham Town Football Club, there you go. Taiwan, Kenya, Taiwan, then Kenya, sorry. Philippines, Barbados, Ecuador, Kent, Denmark, Austin, Texas, Singapore, Hungary. Something was confirmed in there, but it went by way too quick. Sweden, Serbia, Manchester, Nepal, Hungary, Sweden again, Canada,
Kenya,
Leeds, Australia, Tipperary, that's in Ireland. It's a long, long way there. Baghdad, Kansas,
Egypt,
Malaysia, Philippines, Preston, and India again, Northern Ireland, Indonesia. So, you know what? they're whizzing by. Take a look yourselves if you can read. If you can't, I've gone through a lot. Malahide, bang, bang. But it just re-emphasises the fact that Manchester United are a global fan base, and you're all very, very welcome. That's what the United Stand is all about. Just looking at the West Ham lineup, not really looked at it that much, but that front three is problematic. Hernandez, Arnautovic, Ayew. They have got a few players out injured. I'm quite glad that Antonio's out, but Zabaleta, formerly of Manchester City, he's there.
Just saw Chicharito have a quick look around the stadium there.
Yeah, well, he never should have been sold. To be fair, no. You know, some people even thought he should have come back as a backup striker, which I wouldn't have minded that. But a lot, you know, I think he wants to play first team football, and he gets first team football at West Ham. He wouldn't have got that at United. So, Sky Sports are saying it's a 4-2-3-1. That wouldn't surprise me. Phil Jones is the weak link, though, isn't he? And not in a horrible way.
Oh, definitely.
He's got to have a good game, Marcus, today. He's got to have a good game, because he will be the player that many United fans are worried about. Oh,
definitely, most definitely. You know, last season he had the run of, 6-7 games in the team. You know, and he wasn't too bad. Obviously, he has his faults, you know, but he wasn't too bad as someone that needed to fill in and to do a job there. But I think for this season, Jose has got to bed in Lindelof, because like you said earlier, if Bay's not available, then Smalling's the replacement. So I wouldn't want to see a Smalling and Jones combination again throughout this season, if we're going to be challenging for the title and
we're off
challenging on all fronts. So yeah, let's get going.
Well, we're up and running. It is Phil Jones. It's definitely a back four. You've got Pogba and Matic definitely as a two. Well, you know what? What I will say straight away is Rashford's playing out on the left, Mata's playing out on the right, and then you've got sort of Mkhitaryan as the head of the three. It is definitely a 4-2-3-1. So that's fair enough to say. But Van Gaal got a lot of criticism for playing two defensive midfielders, didn't he? And we're definitely set up like that today.
Yeah, I don't see any pace in the West Ham midfield. I mean, I'm not hot on who they brought in this season, but I don't think there's much pace in their midfield. So why we're playing two CDMs, I don't know. I would have thought with Matic being in there, Pogba would have had a bit more free license.
Oh, it might be in here.
No, we're
right. I'm very pleased to see Mkhitaryan playing at the number 10 position, though, because I think that is another positive from this lineup. Is Mkhitaryan wasted on the wing so much, and his best position's a number 10, and if he doesn't perform it, then maybe he hasn't got a future at United, but this is his season to do it.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we expect, you know, I think as United fans, we expect big things of everything, so hopefully they prove to be worth it.
Mr. Gamer says Young. Ashley Young's injured at the moment, mate.
Yeah.
And game has started. Yeah, as you can see, underneath the scoreline on my left, the timer is on. We're 2 minutes into this game, and it is currently 0-0. But definitely the 4-2-3-1, as many predicted. De Gea in goal, another positive. Did many of us really think he would be starting this season in goal? That's a problem we didn't have to sort out.
Abid says his friend supports West Ham. Fair play to
him. Troll said, "Where's Lindelof?" Says he's not even on the bench. I would have thought Lindelof would have been on the bench if he was fit, to be honest. That's what I think. So, yeah. Maybe he has got an injury. But Mkhitaryan's just coming down the left here at the moment and loses it, and there's nobody there to pick that up, so West Ham will clear. Phil Jones won a couple of headers, but you'd expect him to win headers against Hernandez. It's not really Hernandez's game.
Bay so far being a rock as well.
I said in the preview though, Marcus, and to everybody at home, that the first 25 minutes for Manchester United are absolutely massive. We've got to not be going in at half-time 0-0 and allowing those doubts to creep in, because this game, as I said many times, is so symbolic of our problems throughout the season last year. I've got to be honest with you, this first 3 minutes is my problem with Manchester United for the last few years. It's like Old Trafford used to be first 5, 10, 20 minutes all over them, and don't let them express themselves. First 5 minutes here, West Ham not really under any pressure, expressing themselves, and the crowd is sort of like singing a few sort of songs, but it's not edge of the seat stuff. Again, long ball. We've got to stop this. We've got to start grabbing older games in the first few minutes, and we're just not. We don't seem to do it.
No, I mean, maybe that's because you could put that down to the tactics that Jose's employed out there. You could put it down to maybe Jose doesn't think he's got the players to play that sort of game. It could be a number of things. But, I mean, the main thing is that this side, there is enough attacking talent now in this side, and we have a natural CDM who's in his prime years now. So there is no reason why we shouldn't be grabbing hold of the game, getting it by the scruff of the neck and dominating the game like we was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let's be fair to them. Yeah, we're just 5 minutes in now. So I think Rojo coming back.
Different time, different tactics, Mark, says Shubham. I don't know. I think a lot of it comes down to different tactics. I don't agree with different times. I just think we don't use the width. And what we used to do is, Beckham or somebody or Giggs would have the ball, and then running up their backside and past them was Neville or Evra, and that causes teams problems and putting balls into the box. We don't play that way anymore. But it's not different times. It's not different times at all, because this crowd will react. I was at the Chelsea game, and we had the crowd got up very, very quickly in that game because they were quite surprised by the tempo. And United fans will react, especially those at the ground, to an exciting tempo. I mean, you look at us at the moment, and it's there's no urgency. And of course, you don't have to be. If we win this game 3-0, people would rightly say, "Well, where was your urgency? We didn't need it." But West Ham are certainly knocking the ball around as well as us. That's not good for me.
No, but you've got to take into account that we don't have a natural wide player, in my opinion. I mean, we only have, I would say, Martial as our natural wide player. Mata's not a wide player. Mkhitaryan's preferred position is number 10. So, I mean, the options you got is what? Lingard? And to me, he's not a natural wide player either. So, it makes sense why we're after Perisic. We're adamant. Mourinho wants him.
I don't think Rashford started off very well on the left. I know we're only a few minutes in, but he's lost Zabaleta a couple of times.
Well, Lukaku's on the run here.
And his first touch was away from him. There's Lukaku running down the left.
See, that's the sort of thing that Lukaku gives us, that which last season we never had, with Zlatan leading the line.
Oh yeah, this is what I've been on about for a couple of weeks now. Of course, Zlatan's a better footballer than Lukaku, but Lukaku suits United better as a number 9 because he's got that pace and power, and Zlatan could never do what Lukaku just did there, which is run down the touchline and earn a corner. Corners always a problem for us at United. Have we solved it? Daley Blind's still taking them.
Dangerous.
And West Ham will probably clear it. No, they won't. Yeah. We've kept hold of it. Blind.
Goal kick. NZA King, who is an Arsenal fan here.
Who's an Arsenal fan here? Well, there's bound to be two. Give us your thoughts then, everybody who is watching the game. Some people can't watch the game, so we try to update them with what's going on the watch along. I would say quite an equal start. Nothing to be too worried about. But yet again, this, I suppose we need to accept it under Jose. We're probably not going to have those gung-ho first 10-20 minutes that we were used to for many years. The one thing I said last night, Marcus, is that over this opening Premier League season, with all teams, not just the bottom teams, but the top sides as well, defence is a dying art. And I think that's one thing that Mourinho has always prided himself upon. And it'd be interesting to see how, judging by Mourinho's past, I would expect we might have the best defensive side in this league again. So if we can score goals, who knows what's possible. I certainly don't think we're going to be a gung-ho side.
I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think we got the players to do that. You just look at the ifs. What if Lukaku gets injured? Then it's Rashford up top. So I think then you would get. Do you know what? I think he'd even start Lingard ahead of Martial at the minute.
Ramsey United just said Matic is worse than Fellaini at the moment. I wouldn't go that far, mate. I don't think any United players started off particularly well. We've not moved the ball around that well. And, it's been very equal this start to the game. 10 minutes in, very equal start.
It has, but, I mean, it's the first game of the season as well. We've not really been tested like a Premier League match in the pre-season. So
no.
There's going to be a bit of rustiness. So, we just be patient, give them chance. I'm pretty certain we'll win the game. I don't think we're in any danger of losing it.
I'm certain we'll win the game as well. I'm just concerned that this is the sort of game we couldn't win last year. But we've got to create a chance first. Yeah. And we're keeping hold of the ball. We are being quite patient with the ball. One thing I did want to say about Pogba playing quite deep again. The reality is Herrera's the fall guy, isn't he? Herrera could comfortably play that position that Pogba's playing today. But is he going to drop Pogba? No. Is he going to drop Matic when he's just bought him? No. So Herrera's the fall guy. But Pogba's in down the right here. Cross comes in. Doesn't beat the first man, but it was Valencia now. Pogba's got it again.
What time are you on in the game, Mark? Because I think I'm a bit ahead of you.
10:45 now.
Right.
I don't know how that can be, because I'm watching it on Sky.
Same here. Yeah. Right, we got a chance here, Mickey. Over.
Yeah, Mkhitaryan just shot over. Antonio Jones says his money is on West Ham. Why is he not showing us the match? Says Alan. Oh God. We've been doing watch-alongs for a year and a half now. I suppose you're always going to get new viewers, aren't you? Look, we're Manchester United's biggest independent fan channel. We're not about to start showing you live footage of a Sky broadcast game because we won't be on the YouTube for long. We'll get shut down. You can't do it. So it's a watch-along. We were asked to do this a year and a half ago by many United fans who said, look, can't you go live when there's a United game on and just talk about it, which is what the watch along's all about. If you're not watching the game, we'll certainly keep you updated with what's going on. We've got the timer, we'll give you the scorers, we'll tell you about the goals and that. But what a lot of people will do is if they are watching it, they'll just mute the rubbish audio you get and listen in with a lot of United fan opinion. Orison wants to see the chair. There you go. If it's by magic, there's the chair for you. But he's not staying there for long. Back. Goose games, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If people are new, it's like, they're not going to know, are they? Andrew Ellis says, told you Matic is not that good. Look, I didn't want us to sign Matic, right? But I'm not going to judge Matic if he plays badly today, just like I'm not going to judge Matic just because he played well against Real Madrid. It's a long season, and I don't think you can judge any signing till they've played around 10 games for us.
A couple of people asking if it's on BT. It's not. It's on Sky Sports.
Oh, cross in there. I think in the last probably 2.5 minutes we have started to push up a little bit, which is encouraging. Not really had a shot yet. Oh no, Zabaletta's there. A couple of ex-City players today then, Zabaleta and Joe Hart.
Yeah. I did read that Joe Hart wanted a permanent move instead of a loan. He apparently didn't have that many offers of a permanent deal.
Joe Hart?
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
He had a rubbish game. He had a rubbish season at, was it Torino he was at?
Yeah.
He didn't actually have that good a season, so I was terrified when he was linked to United for many reasons. I mean, I just don't want to. I wouldn't want him anyway. I think he's a clown, but I don't particularly think he's a good goalkeeper, as he's proved for England recently.
Matter.
Rashford. I don't think Rashford's had a very good start to this game, to be honest.
Well, I mean, that at least though we're putting pressure on them, we're playing like the home team.
I don't think Matic has started badly at all. You know.
I mean, last season, when we were playing at Old Trafford, we knew, majority of the time we knew it was going to be a boring draw. But at least this season we've started off all right. It's only the first game, but we've started off with intent.
Oh, we've lost the stream again.
No.
Second time today we've lost it.
No, it's still live here. Still on my laptop, mate.
Oh, we'll carry on.
Yeah, it's fine. Because you dissing the team, mate. No, it's definitely still live, Mark.
No, it's a lot of people in the live comments are saying it's not live anymore, but no, it's fine. I think there are a few problems today. Mine says live stream offline as well. And I have refreshed it. We've obviously got problems today, I think. You still there, Marcus?
Yeah, I'm still here, mate, yeah.
Oh no, I'm back up again.
Yeah.
Just refresh. If everyone just tells everyone in the live comments, refresh, it's playing up a bit.
It literally went off for about a second, I think, then came straight back on.
Can you give me a shout out, boys techers? You just got one. Still off for the football bear. Look, obviously we've got people. We are global, so maybe there's problems, but we've had a couple of problems today. But stick with us. I'm right next to my router, so you can't get better than that. But I have had, I need to be a bit careful here at the moment.
Well, we seem to have picked up the possession stat now.
Yeah.
Now West Ham they're not having it their way.
Get rid of the ball quicker sometimes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'm glad he played Mata on the right though. I do quite like Mata on the right. Oh God, someone go into him. Well done, Matic. Yes.
Oh, thank God he got up.
Yeah, there's a few crunching tackles, but I think that's good. It gets the crowd up, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Referee let him go as well.
Ashley John Michael says some great tackles going in.
Yeah.
They were. That was a good 3 or 4 tackles there.
Liam says it will be a draw. We've got a lot of people going off and on. I think there is a YouTube problem this afternoon because I know a lot of people had problems, but we'll keep going. We're going to just keep going. It's a watch along. There's no point in stopping and starting. If it was a match reaction or something like that, then I'd probably do it, but it's a watch along, so we'll just whilst we're live, it says I'm streaming live, we'll just keep going.
Yeah, still online on my end, mate, so
yeah, I think it's different problems with different areas, isn't it?
Oh, we're in. Oh, unlucky.
Half a chance.
Come on. Oh, Bit of a goal
Come
house
on, let's get
scramble,
that
that
first
one.
goal. I did say in the preview that the first 25 minutes were key, and in the we're approaching that, 7 minutes off, but I think we have started to pick it up a little bit more in the last 10 minutes. Neil wanted a pen. I didn't really see a pen, Marcus, there.
No.
And Andrew Hall says that Matic is playing really well. I think he's played really well. I've seen him do things in relation to the way he's switching the play that, you know, Fellaini just couldn't do it. Beck's struggling, Marcus. He says she's not able to get it.
Right, now it says it's completely closed down.
For you?
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's gone as well now.
Yeah, it's completely gone off. I've refreshed it as well and it says live stream offline.
Not a lot I can do. But we'll just carry on for the moment.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm back up now. I think. No, maybe I'm not. Maybe that's what was up before.
Yeah, everyone's saying it's completely shut down now.
And then some people are saying it's on and then it's off.
Try refreshing again.
I'll tell you what, West Ham are an athletic side. Athletic side, sorry.
I'm refreshing, Mark, and it's just going into a loop again for about 5 seconds, and then it stops.
Yeah, I think mine's the same at the moment. There's not a lot we can do.
No.
I think it's pretty much a YouTube thing. I'm just sort of having a look around, looking at live streams in general, and I think most are down.
I noticed a certain other video earlier was buffering quite a bit.
Some people are working, but I don't know whether. Let me just try something because this has happened before.
Right, the video says it was streamed 6 minutes ago, so it's officially ended.
I think YouTube's having a problem because I'm just saying, it says here our server is temporary problem, couldn't do what you asked. Let me have a look on YouTube.
Okay.
Seems to be a few problems.
Well, looks like you have to give it a miss today, mate.
I know. I'm still streaming, you see, from my encoder.
Okay.
But it's not It's not actually showing where we should be.
No.
Well, we've got our live comments up and running, haven't we? So people can just sort of hang in there, and if we get it up and running, we get it up and running.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people have commented on the video afterwards, just saying rip.
Has live comments gone now?
Yeah, it's all gone.
Okay. Oh well, get off, mate, if you want.
Yeah.
There's not much I can do, is there, really? It's a technical thing.
Well, what are you going to do tonight?
I'm going to do the 8 o'clock show, and I was just going to do it as a call-in and get people to call in.
Yeah. Right, well, keep your phone next to you, because if there's a problem, I'll text you and let you know.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
All right. So, yeah, keep your phone next to you. If there's a problem, I'll let you know. Don't listen to anything in the comments, right? Just leave it to me.
All right, mate.
All right. Right.
Okay.
Have a good afternoon, mate. I'll see you in 3.5 hours.
All right, mate. Speak to you in a bit.
Later.
Ta-da. Hello and welcome to the United Stand. I'm hoping I might be back live again. If so, that's fantastic. If not, I apologise, but we're trying to get back live. My timer's up and running, so that's one thing. We are 28 minutes into this game. It is 0-0. We've had probably the best chance of the half going to Juan Mata. Tried to just clear it, square it to Lukaku, and he should have probably passed in the back of the net. But that first 25 minutes, which I did talk about being really, really important for United, not necessarily working that way at the moment. But are we live? Are we getting live? No, it doesn't look like we are. Go back. Well, we are working. We are working. Right. Well, I'm not getting it on my YouTube. I'm getting this in like the back part of YouTube. So, well, we'll just keep going with it at the moment. If you are new to the channel, remember to give us a like and subscribe. Matic's trying to shoot from distance there. Let me just